Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave. The study of scriptures is aimed at changing our vision. That is the only purpose that we study scriptures. Because the rule is very simple. As is the vision, so is the perception. As is the perception, so is the interaction. As is the interaction, so is the experience. As is the experience, so is the quality of life. Where from it starts? It starts from the vision, what we see in this world. Many years before, I wrote to one Mahatma. That Mahatma was mast, and I was height of foolishness. I had not given up that status now also. And I wrote arrogantly to that Mahatma. You were doing such and such thing, and I didn't like it. We start evaluating Mahatmas, I didn't like it. And because of that, I was very uncomfortable by the very thought of yours. And I have been suffering because of that for last 6 months. Now I can't take it anymore. You have created this problem for me, you remove it. You can see what an arrogant person can write. So I got a reply. I am extremely happy that you are growing spiritually. Because you have accepted what is the truth with you. Whether it is right or wrong is a different thing. You accepted it. Then third sentence, in due time you will come to know. We decide to see something in this world, and that alone we see. We don't see what is. See? I look at this girl. Now she is God's creation. No problem. But I don't look at her as God's creation. I look at her, she is good, she is bad, she should be friendly, I should avoid her. Then where from it is coming? It is coming from within. See? Therefore, if you see, for example, Ishavasya Upanishad, the first mantra, Om Ishavasamidam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagattena Tyaktena Bhunjita Magrudakkasya Siddhanam. So the first line is Ishavasamidam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat. This is the vision given to us. Whatever insignificant it may be in this world, whatever is, Ishavasya is permeated by the divine. It is an abode for the Lord to live. It's a very subtle point, be attentive. Where does gold live? Gold lives in the ornaments. See? Why? Because we have not understood what gold is. But we know what are ornaments. So the rule is, from the known, the unknown is stressed. See? I don't know Mr. Gupta, for example. I don't know who is Mr. Gupta. So somebody asked me, do you know Mr. Gupta? I said, I don't know, yeah. Do you know Mr. Kapoor? Yes, I know. He is the son-in-law of Mr. Kapoor. So, what I have known about Gupta? Nothing. Because Kapoor was known to me, with reference to that, the unknown is indicated. Now, what is known to us? God is not known to us. The world is known to us. Therefore, the Upanishad says, Ishavastamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. The whole world is a house where God lives. Deho devalaya proktaha, dehi devo niranjanaha, architaha sarva bhavena swanubhutya prakashate. Deha, the body, is devalaya, is the temple of God. Dehi, the embodied, is the God. Sarva bhavena architaha. Thus, when we serve the Lord at the physical level, at the speech level, and at the mind level, then only our spiritual practice is right. So when we take this thought that every house is, rather every body is the temple of God. So everybody is a mobile temple of God. When this vision will change, what will happen? Tena tyaktena bhanjita. Whenever we see something as God or godly or divine, we stop indulging. See, take an example. Temple is made out of marble. Everything is marble, marble, marble. And you must have seen in some temples on the floor, they have got that tortoise. So when we are walking, we avoid stepping on that. Otherwise, factually, it is only marble only, nothing else. See? Similarly, out of the black granite stone, Shivalinga is made. In front of that, there is the Nandi. We don't go and sit on the Nandi. Because Ishavase, we suspect the divine. When this vision expands, then there will be no bhoga pravrutti. We will not think of indulging, but serving. Therefore, tena tyaktena, dispassion can happen only if we discover divinity. Tena tyaktena bhunjita. And then magruta kasya siddhanam. Everything in this world belongs to the Lord. Kasya paramatmana. Ka means Paramatma. Mahagruta Kasya. Kasya means Paramatmana. This whole world belongs to Him. What is ours? Start from our own body, nothing is ours. So, the Kama will be reduced or deleted. The Artha will be controlled because the vision has changed. And then, what should we do? Forget about everything and sleep? No. Kurvanneveha karmani jiji visheshatakam sama. Live every moment of your life 100%. You will see the translations in most of the books. It is written there, doing your karma, desire of living for 100 years. I don't subscribe to that translation. What is meant by Upanishad is this. Live every moment 100%. See, add life to the years that you live. Don't add years to the life. Living for 200 years, what will you do? See? Therefore, this vision change is necessary. And when this vision change happens, then these verses will become very clear. Everywhere you can see the Paramatma, everywhere. The whole life becomes very clear what exactly it is. Because now your standpoint has completely changed. One example I'll give you. This happened in Rishikesh. I was standing in front of Ganges river near Shivananda Ashram and enjoying the breeze and serene climate there. So one person asked me, Swamiji, what are you looking? What are you seeing? I said, you imagine what I'm seeing? You are seeing Ganges. I said, so you know, why do you ask me? No, 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 you must be seeing something else. You always see something else. I said, okay. No, these are the things I see. First, Ganges. Second, Ganges waters are moving. Whenever we say, I see Ganges, has it ever struck us that the Ganges waters are moving? We simply say Ganges. We see Ganges, Ganges waters are moving. The third, in the movement of the water, there are two types of movements. One type of movement is unidirectional. From Gangotri to Ganga Sagar is going in one direction. And in between, there are whirlpools. And there, the movement of the water is centripetal. And when some insect or some animal or some wooden stalk or anything, when it comes flowing in the general flow of the Ganges waters, and if it happens to dash against a particular whirlpool, what will happen? It will be pulled down and suffer and suffocate. But it won't remain there all the time. Again it will go. Then, if there is stagnation of water, like in a, let us take a lake, water is not moving. Will there be whirlpool? There won't be. Take step by step. Similarly, when our life is flowing in one direction, we start from the womb and destination is tomb. Unidirectional. There is no reverse gear. People try with the makeup. Makeup is a struggle to cover the breakup. So, in this flow of life, river, a whirlpool called as body identification happens. And this body identification creates a centripetal force. We get carried away down deep into the abyss of body identification. And we suffer there. And again, for no reason, what we call it God's will, we are thrown out of that whirlpool. Throwing out of the whirlpool of life is called as deep sleep. Again, the life continues. Again, next day, another whirlpool. Again, get identified with the same wretched body. And again, you are centripetally pulled down. And again, it continues. There is no end to it. So, what is to be done? Arrest the flow of the river of life. Learn to spend time all by yourself. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No, physically we sit, but the mind is constantly flowing. So halt the mind. We can halt the mind only if we give up our habit of reacting. Mind reacts to everything. One of the spiritual practice I told you also, our mind should be like the mirror. Reflects everything, rejects nothing, at the same time retains nothing. Mirror does not have memory. Therefore, mirror does not have personality. Therefore, when the Lord's picture is reflected in the mirror, it is not a merit. And if a Rakshasa is reflected, it is not a sin. Because impressions are not formed. Impressions are not formed because there is no reaction. Reactions are, we have decided to see something, and that alone we see. We don't see what is. This has to change. And this can happen only by study of scriptures. This will not happen overnight. And based on this introduction, now see this verse. Rahu grasta diva karendu sadrusho maya samachadanar sanmatra karnopasamharanato yo bhut sushupta puman pragaswapsamiti praboda samaye yapratyabhijñāyate tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamoortaye. Rahu grasta divakara indu sadrishaha. See, the eclipse is indicated according to physics in a different way, because physics deals only with the inert matter, not the spiritual part. Physics deals only with the Adi Bhautik, not Adi Daivik. So, according to physics, we know there is something comes in between and that shadow covers the sun or the moon, and therefore we are seeing the eclipse for some time. This is normally told to us. Between the earth and the moon, there will be maybe sun comes, the shadow, and because we can't see the moon completely, or vice versa. According to our Adi Daivik stories, it's very enchanting. See, all our literature in Sanskrit is poetic, not a, what you call, prose order, rough. No. See, Ganeshwari, Dasabodh, Bhagavad Gita, even the grammar is in poetry. So, there it is said, these gods went to Narayana and started complaining. Papa, see, those people are coming and disturbing us every now and then. So Narayana got angry. Stop this stupid. All the time fighting. Go and make friendship with them. So all the gods go to the Asuras and they make the friendship. So now when you are friends, then what is to be done? Let us have some startup. So they decide to start a startup. And then they decide to churn the milky mountain, a milky ocean. And then that Meru mountain is kept. And the Vasuki snake is taken for the churning purpose. And the churning is done. So first the poison comes, etc., and then the nectar comes, the Amrita, ambrosia comes. When that comes, the Asuras take it and run away. So again Devatas start crying, see, they have taken it away without getting it. God said, don't cry, yaar, I'll do something. See? Therefore I don't like these crying people. Constantly crying. Go and give one. There was one child, brothers. Younger brother was very strong and he will settle account, never bring any complaint at home. Elder brother, every now and then, Mummy, see, they are teasing me. Mummy, see, they are doing like that. So I happened to be there. So she told me, Swamiji, he is my elder son, he is always like this. Younger one, he never brings complaint. He settles outside. What should I do? I said, hey, come here. Go out. Take a big stone. Hit on his head. And when the blood comes out, you come home. He said, okay, Swamiji. He went, he hit and came. That fellow got such a terrible hit on his head with the stone. And blood started coming. And he said, blood is coming. Okay, now I am going. I'll tell Swamiji. From that day onward, his fear has gone. See, Nayam Atma Balahini na Labhya. Those who are darpok, it is not for them. So, Bhagwan Narayana said, okay, I'll sort it out. Then he took the form of Mohini. And then the moment that beautiful Mohini form was seen by the Asuras, they fell for her. And they say, look here, you decide and you give. We trust in you. So the Lord says, how can you trust me? You are unknown to me. No, 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 we trust you. You are a good person. She said, again you think twice. No, 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 we love you. And then both of them are asked to sit. This side Devas, this side Asuras. And she is looking at the Asuras, giving a nice smile and all that. And they are only looking at her. And he is giving the Amrutam, ambrosia to the Devatas. And Rahu came to know this trick. So he got up from this line of the Asuras and went and sat in between sun and the moon. And in that when this Amrit was given to Rahu, immediately both of them told, Bhagwan, this is Asura. Oh, Asura. Immediately his neck was cut, head separated. Because there is nothing, so it came out again. And because of that, Rahu has only head, no body. And Ketu has only body, no head. And therefore, Rahu became very angry. And every time he is struggling to swallow the sun and the moon. So when the sun is swallowed by Rahu, during that period there is eclipse. But again the sun comes out and eclipse is gone. This is the story of the eclipse according to Puranas. So Rahu Grasta Divakarendu Sadrusho Maya Samachhadanat. Only for a short period, this sun or the moon, as if they are swallowed by this Rahu, exactly the same way, as if Paramatma is swallowed by this Rahu Ketu. And therefore, Paramatma is hidden, not seen. There is only darkness. See how beautiful it is. You know how the truth is hidden? These examples you will come across in Naneshwari. Naneshwari, there are so many thousands and thousands of examples for the same thing. One of the rarest books. Thousands of them. So, this example, one of them is like this. Like the ocean is covered by the waves. See? Our attention is only on the waves, not on the ocean. Further, the water is covered by the ocean. Can we think of this? We are seeing the water. We call it ocean. We are seeing the ocean. We call it as waves. See, Paramatma, we are seeing the Panchakoshas. We call it as Jiva. We see the name and the form. We call it as Jagat. The same Paramatma covered under the Maya is called as Ishvara. Now, apply the same principle to you personally. This example I am giving you shamelessly number of times. One day it should click. The man is covered by the sun. The same man is covered by the husband. The same man is covered by the father. One day, one young boy, he asked me one question on some airport. Swamiji, how come you are here? I said, by default. What can you talk? I want to ask you some question. I said, before that, I want to ask you a question. Yes, Swamiji. I asked him, are you married? He said, no, my face is like that. A married person's face has got a different glow. It emits darkness. So, as the man is covered by the husband. See. Now, what is that covering? The happiness is gone and the pathetic look surfaces. Why did I get married? Exactly the same way. Paramatma, covered by the names and the forms, it is called as world. Be very attentive. From your mind, remove name and form or any one of the two. Remove sounds from your mind. Meaning, listen to silence. World disappears. So where is the world? World is only in name and form. And where are names and forms? In the mind. And what are names and forms? They are illusions. See? Now this presence that we are, like the eclipse, is hidden behind the names and the forms. One day we are going to Badrinath with a group of students from college, and I always sit in the last seat in the bus, never sit in the front. The reason being, when I sit in the last seat, nobody complains about the window seat. So somebody is sitting there, now how can we complain? Then sit quiet. That's the main idea. So there were one or two seats free. So one girl came, she said, Swamiji, may I sit next to you? I said, sit, no problem. Tell me something. I said, okay, we'll play. I said, you know that boy, what is his name? Oh, his name is Ashok. I said, okay. I'll simply say Ashok loudly. And I will say nothing to you. Simply move my lips in your ears. And you laugh tremendously. She was a giggling type of girl. You laugh loudly. And as if you can't hold your laughter, and you run away, go in the front. And then see the game starts. We did it. No, that Ashok. And she was laughing, and went away. Now this boy, after some time, he became so uneasy. He came, Family, may I sit here? I said, yes, you are welcome. And then said, Swamiji, why she was laughing? I said, you ask her. So he went. Why were you laughing? He said, you are my husband or what? I will laugh or cry. Who are you to ask me? No, Swamiji told you something. No, he didn't tell me anything. No, you go and ask him. He came to me. What did you tell her? I said, nothing. Because I didn't tell anything. No, but why she was laughing? Go and ask her. He became so frustrated. Because he was hidden, covered by the name Ashok. Rahu grasta diva karendu sadrusho maya samachadana. How much we are carried away by these non-essentials in life. There was one small girl, I had taught her, bad means good. So I used to teach her, hey, her name was Manju, choti si. Manju, you are a bad girl, come. And slowly, she understood bad means good. So when she was grown up, and she will do something, and then her mother will say, "You are a bad girl." Yes, Swamiji told me. She was not feeling bad about it because for her bad means good. See, this is how the truth is hidden. Maya samachhadana. The truth is hidden by or under the sense organs, the body identification, the mind, the intellect. And when all these coverings are dropped, how these coverings are dropped? They are dropped when we are in deep sleep. We start disowning everything. See? Therefore, Sanmatra Karanopasamharanataha. Sanmatra, only pure existence alone. Karana Upasamharanataha, when all the faculties are absorbed. Then Yobhut Sushupta Puman. So in the deep sleep, when the world is rejected, then the personalities drop, all the faculties are over, what remains is the absolute self. And again, body identification. Again, what is the time? Again, where I have to go. The whole life again begins. We don't have to do anything, only become aware of this. And this is going on every day. Our lifestyle is like an addict to tobacco. Every now and then, such a Bihari happened to have an interview with President of America for 2 minutes. So he went. He said, "Yes, what can I do for you?" He has never prepared what to ask. So he became nervous. And 2 minutes he has to finish everything. So when he became nervous, he started, like here the children, when you talk to them, ah, ooh, ee, like that, Then he got that dibbi of his tobacco. To got tobacco. Yes, what do you want? Chunwa hai kya? Do you have the lime? See, we have got very few moments at our disposal, but we don't know what to ask. See? Therefore, in Hindi it is said, हर एक आदमी हमको चूना लगाता है, पूछता नहीं कोई, except the पान वाला. He asked, चूना कितना लगाऊं? थोड़ा सा लगाना. See, friends. Therefore, Sanmadrak Karanopasamharanataha Yobo Sushupta Puman. This is exactly what Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. Where the wise person is awakened to that reality, the ignorant people are sleeping. And to this illusory world where the ignorant people are awakened, the wise man is sleeping. He doesn't get influenced by them. This is the meaning. Then, after the sleep is over, thereafter, pragasvapsamiti prabodha samaye ya pratyabhijnayate. Then, when one is out of the sleep, then he remembers, oh, I had dropped the body, I had dropped the mind, and I was in deep sleep. Now I have dropped the deep sleep also. Now I am again invoking the waking state by identification with the gross body. See? Therefore, yesterday I told you this one sentence. Who says this? I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who says this? The one who is in and through all the states, but has never become a waker, never become a dreamer, never become a deep sleeper. You will know your childhood. You can't know my childhood. Because you are associated with that particular body. So the one who was in the childhood acted as a child. Now the same one was in the teenage body, acted as a teenager. Now the same one is in the middle-aged body, acting as a middle-aged. But in and through all the bodies, he is the same. He hasn't changed. If in the childhood I was not the same who is now in the old age, how will I remember what happened to me in the childhood unless I was there? The law of memory is what? The one who has experienced, he alone can remember. Therefore, pragasvapsamiti prabodha samaye ya pratyabhijnayate. So when we are again awake, then we come to know now it is waking, now it is dream, now it is deep sleep. See? Ya pratyabhijnayate means he recognizes his being. That the one who was in the waking, the one who was in the dream, the one who was in the deep sleep is one and the same. This is all the spiritual practice. And who can do this thing? Only take this waking world as a time pass scheme. Don't become too serious about the things. We become so serious as if after the satsang we are going to be hanged. Once I was in Tiruvannamalai, this Lord Shiva's temple, beautiful temple, huge one. And there children were playing, shouting, crying, running here and there. The mothers also equally doing the same thing, all kind of chaos in every temple. And I was enjoying the whole thing. When I was coming, there were some visitors, maybe from Europe or somewhere. And then they asked me, "Excuse me, you know English?" I said, "Yes, better than you." Do you know? In USA and UK, the spell bee is always by the Indians. Locals don't know English. See? So, thereafter, he asked me a question. Why these people are making chaos here? They are shouting and running and why they are doing? What kind of temple? I said, the Shiva temple. Why there is so much of noise? I said, because they are all happy. No, you see, in our church you go, everything is so calm and quiet and all that. And then you go to church, why did you come here? We have not invited you. Go there. See? But why they are doing? Look here. Here we are in God's temple. God is happiness. When you are in a happy company, you will not cry. That is why the chaos and confusion in the temple is the expression of the divine bliss. Do you mean this is good? I said it could be improved. Don't have that seriousness. You go to these people, they will be having their prayers means what? As if after some time they are going to die or what. We are here only to celebrate life. After going to temple also, if you are going to cry, better don't go. Go for a movie. So, pragasvapsamiti prabodha samaye ya pratyabhijnayate. He who thus recognizes his divine blissful self, to that Dakshinamoorty Bhagavan, our salutations are offered. बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. The real spiritual practice is when we start analyzing our own experiences and learn from them. See, spirituality is a process of learning. It is not a process of doing. Doing is in dharma or karma. Doing is in upasana. In spirituality, it is not doing, it is learning. And that learning happens through every experience of our life. See? Now see what is the impact of this learning. Whenever we learn, what exactly happens? There is no impression formed on the mind. And when impressions are formed on the mind, we have reacted. And impressions are in the form of likes and dislikes. There is no third impression. I like something, I dislike something. So what will be in my life? All that I like, I run towards that. All that I don't like, I run away from that. So what is our life? Run or run? And for the likes and dislikes, there is no logic. See? Absolutely zero logic. Like I'll tell you one example, I don't like these eggplants. Swami, you don't like eggplants? No, I don't like. But the Punjabis have eggplant, that bharta, penganda bharta, horrible dish. But that is a delicacy for Punjabis. And when I go to their house, they make it a special dish. When I look at it, I think, how could you come before me? Then when something you have to throw out, we take a tissue paper, put on that and throw it away. In the same manner, I put a chapati on that, throw it in my mouth and take a glass of water. Annam brahmeti vejanat. How can you throw anna? We are a Swami, you have to behave properly. Very problematic. So, that lady, she thinks that I had taken it first because I like it first. And again another lot comes. You can see my pathetic existence. Now what is the logic that I don't like? And what is the logic that somebody likes? Likes and dislikes have no logic. And with every interaction in the world, we keep on increasing the intensity of likes and dislikes. And as our age grows, that likes and dislikes together makes our swabhava. Swabhava is what? Acquired nature. Be attentive. Now, our essential nature is covered by the acquired nature. Essential nature is bliss. Acquired nature is blisters. See? Then such a person all the time as if somebody has swallowed a handful of caterpillars. Get this point. Therefore, here the teacher says, Balyadishvapi jagradadishu tatha sarvasvavasthasvapi. We have to again and again see how our self is covered in different ways. First, Balyadishu api. That means childhood has come and gone, teenage has come and gone, middle age has come and gone. We have not gone anywhere. Old age has also come and it will go. You are the same. One child asked me this question. Swamiji, what is the difference between the old age and the childhood? I said, old age is old age, childhood. He said, no. I said, I don't know that, you tell. He said, old age comes and goes. Yes, childhood comes and takes, doesn't go. See, friends, All these things come and gone. Same way, this old body will also go. Nothing has happened to us. But again and again, the same stupid things. Therefore, if we have studied Vedanta, if we have digested Vedanta, if we have assimilated Vedanta, having heard anybody's death news, if even a passing thought comes in our mind about our death, we have done nothing in our life. Not even a suspicion about death. See, friends, that firmness, that is Adhyatma. Otherwise, all the time crying and frustrated. Balyadishu api, they similarly, Jagradadishu, similarly, waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi, they come and go. Do you know why we are not able to comprehend it properly? Although we appreciate it, we are not able to get it. Only because we are unable to drop our body shape from our mind. Instead of that, do this bhavana. What it is like being space. Now play. Don't do meditation. Play. Space, space. Like the children play at home, home, husband, wife, brother, sister, they become. They are only playing. They don't become husband, wife. They are playing. Similarly, play meditation. And in that play, take the position what it is like being space. Because first step is we have to get rid of body identification. So if I am other than the body means what? Other than the body means body has a shape. Other than the body means that which doesn't have shape. So space doesn't have any shape. Okay. Now take the position of space. What it is like being space. By proper, consistent practice, one day you will get a click of it. The mind will drop the body shape. But you will not go to sleep. Then don't be satisfied with that only. Then start working on it. What is the experience of the shape, the space? Space supports all the shapes, all the forms, but doesn't get influenced by any form. Things come and go in the space. Space doesn't come, doesn't go. Similarly, the childhood body has come and gone. I, the space, is the same. Then the teenage body has come and gone. I, the space, is the same. Then the middle-aged body has come and gone. I, the space, is the same. Whole body will also go. I continue to be same. Because everything is in the space, space cannot have desire for anything. See? Now Sudeep has this house. He cannot have the desire for this house. He's already his. So everything is included. Nothing is excluded. When everything is included, there cannot be desire. When there are no desires, your mind is at peace. That is called as fulfillment in life. Imagine a bottle of water, half filled. and move the bottle. The water inside will move, is it not? Second experiment. Fill the bottle fully up to the brim, not even a bubble of air, and tighten the cork, and then move the bottle. Will the water move inside? Why? There is no space. Meaning, there is fulfillment. Where there is fulfillment, there is no desire. See? बाल्यादिषु अपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा. So many times it is happening every day. We get identified with the body, waking begins. During the waking also, we get disidentified from the body and we are in a dream world. Now we have to prepare upma. Pash katu ki nahi katu. See, you are sitting in the waking, for others it is a waking state, but for you it is a dream. कहाँ रखा है पैर पता है नहीं, चक्कू कहाँ है? See, friends, and then suddenly something happens, everybody laughs, and this person was in a dream. And then that person tells the same joke, then tube light. In between what happened? Dream. Continuously it is happening, but only thing we are not aware of all this happening. See, my friends, this is Dakshinamoorty. बाल्यादिषु अपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि. Similarly, all experiences that we go through, vyavruttasu anuvartamanam ahamityadda spurantam sada. So in and through all kinds of experiences, everything, there is one unbroken thread called as aham, aham, aham. Now see, we get confused with this aham. I am man and I am husband. No, for what I am using the word I? See, I say I am a man, so I means body. I say I am hungry, so I means prana. I say I am miserable, so I means mind. When I say I am a self-made man, so I means intellect. I say I am the Baba happy-go-lucky Anandamay Kosh. I am husband, I am wife, I am brother, I am father. How many eyes are inside? It's a poultry farm. Can you imagine in a poultry farm quietness? All the time cock, 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 cock going on. Exactly this is what is happening inside. See? And all these spurious, illusory, secondary, non-existing eyes, they cover the original eye. See? So, I the man, for this example only, I the man, original eye. Now, I the son, secondary eye. Then I the man, original. I the husband, secondary eye. Now, who is miserable? The original I is not miserable. The secondary I is born because of the covering of some conditioning. In the same manner, absolute I with the covering of body identification, thought identification is conditioned I, not absolute I. See? Therefore, we can talk about All these I, waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, etc. Because there is some reference point. But when you come to the absolute, all the words, all the languages fail. And therefore, Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. Therefore, silence is the only eloquent language. But this silence, be attentive, this silence is not against any sound. We know only one silence. That is, there is no sound. You go to all the ashrams, same thing. Keep silence, keep silence. Meditation in progress. Don't laugh. Those who laugh, they will go to hell. Those who cry, they will go to Papa. Useless. One day, in some place, one elderly Mahatma, he told me, there were one or two commandos also with me. He said, that time I was young, that Maharaji, I'll tell you something. I am elder than you. I said, yes, please tell me. He said, you talk on Bhagavad Gita so lightly, laughingly. It should not be done. Of course, it is the scriptures. I said, okay, I will not talk. Now, Commander asked me, he said, Swamiji, why did you tell him? You agreed? I said, look here. You must know to whom you are talking. I am talking to an old man. You should never argue with any old man on any topic. Anything they say, you say immediately yes. Then what will happen? They will forget what. Yes, about what? You argue, you are lost. See? There was one patient went to the doctor. And doctor, he said, Doctor, two things I always forget. One thing is I always forget. Okay, what is second thing? What? Already forgotten. So he said, okay, you tell me. I said, look here, if you study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan himself has told the whole Bhagavad Gita, Prahasan iva Bharata. Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra, when Arjuna was thus crying and frustrated, Vishidantamidam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana. To that crying, miserable Arjun, Bhagwan Sri Krishna spoke, Prasan Iva, with a smile on the face. When original Bhagavad Gita is told in a light heart, why you should carry the burden? God realization. What God realization? All that is said in Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Sashtanga Yoga, nothing was practiced by Arjun. Because Bhagavad Gita was delivered on the battlefield. Two sides the armies are standing. Will he say to the other people like in cricket time? See? So the enemies, sorry, time. Sucho Deshi Pradishta. See, friends. Only one thing is sorted out in Bhagavad Gita. If we sort it out, everything is done. And that is, get rid of the identity crisis. Arjuna's only problem was this. Who is he? Our problem is same. Whether I am a father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, whether I am a legal or a actual. All the time confused, frustrated. See? And then you come to know that you are divine. And once you come to know, that's what Arjun says, Nashto moha smriti labdha, tat prasadat maya achyuta. Now all my delusion gone. Now I am clear. I am on the battlefield and I have to fight the war. Exactly. We have to be clear after satsanga. Now here we are to be and not to become anyone. Spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary. Drop all that extra. and be what you are. See? Therefore, Vyavruta Sanuvartamanam Aham Ityanta Spurantam Sada. This Aham is Sada Spurantam, is ever the same. He has never changed. And Swatmanam Prakati Karoti Bhajatam Yo Mudraya Bhadraya. See? Now this Paramatma Swatmanam Prakati Karoti. Upanishad says, Yamai Vesha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha Tasesha Atma Vivrunute Tanum Swam. He who seeks the Paramatma, the truth, to the exclusion of everything, to him alone the truth is revealed. Our condition is, oh Lord, if you feel like, then reveal. Why will he feel? You should have to have that burning desire, intense longing. See, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was asked by his disciple, why the mother doesn't talk to me, she talks to you only. So the Guru Maharaj said, because you don't want her to talk. No, no, I really want. It cannot be. If you really want, she will talk. What do you mean by really? I really want. Only by changing the tone doesn't make any difference. Then he said, now it is time to go for bath. Then go for bath. And there he puts the head of the disciple below the water. How long can you remain there? Even if you are a yogi, you have to come out. That time he said, as much you are intensely longing for breathing, you wanted nothing else except breathing. When that intense longing happens, the truth is revealed. Our spirituality is 5-star spirituality. AC, UC, DC, IC, and a fat bank balance in ICICI. Yamai Vesha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha. He who seeks the reality to the exclusion of everything, then the truth is revealed. It is in the purview of the truth to reveal, not in our dictum that the truth should be revealed to me. No. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.